it with the lion. Pickety sleeps tonight. That's a remix, ladies and gentlemen. What is up, everyone? I am Hunter. This is Lost Socket Garage, the Mustang Show. I don't have theme music. I swear I will up my game. Now, y'all got me in all natural lighting today, except for this tiny little ring light on the camera because Dare Bear is out there spraying, and my official setup is just a work light. So you get to bask in the amber glory of my naturalness. I hope everyone is doing amazing today. If you don't know what you're in for here, this is the Mustang Show. We're Lost Socket Garage. We cut Mustang coupes in half for a living, and we turn them into Mustang Fastbacks. Puts us in a unique position where, you know, like we know a little bit about the values of the cars, right? So wanted to put together a show where you guys can ask all of your questions, Mustang related and other. And I go Mustang shopping with you guys and show you some stuff to look out for and maybe find you your next Mustang. Now, some of the stuff I'm going to show today is fairly close to me. So if you guys see something you'd like me to go look at, I do offer brokerage services and inspection services, whatever that thing is called. So definitely check it out. Like, subscribe, do all the algorithm stuff. And if you want to help support us out a little bit more, we just released the Never Easy, Always Worth It t-shirt. Check it out. Merch is in the link in the chat. Let us go. Drifty, let's go! Smash that like button. Whoo! Man, I was highly caffeinated very early this morning. Okay, let's take a quick look at where we pull our values from. Cars are worth what someone's willing to pay for it, right? So we need to look at the data of what people are actually paying for these cars. So we use classic.com. We're not sponsored by them, but it's a cool tool. And they have like a bunch of different cars. So any like unique car you can find on here and find the auction data for. So the average price over the course of the last year for, that's just this year. What if I want to do last year? I want to do last year. I was looking at the wrong chart. How dare I? No. Wait. No. Those bastards. They better not be paywalling my ability to... Oh, that's 24. Nugget. You guys are literally just watching the struggle bus. Okay, 2025, January. Okay. Shush. Okay, I'm going to go to... I mean, I'm proving a point here, but like... It's about 65 to 70 grand is what you're looking at. Stop asking me that. I don't think it's changing. I think it's telling me to fluff right off. Man, okay. I'm going to email I'm going to send them another strongly worded email and be like, yo, I show your stuff every week, and now you want to put historical data behind a paywall. You'll have to trust me, the guy that works on them. Fastbacks are like 68 grand. Coupes are like 23 grand. There's the big price difference there. That's why if the little ones are cheap enough, we cut them in half and turn them into the big ones. And now you know that. Okay, there is not shit on KSL. KSL covers like Four Corners area. This is the stuff that's close to me. We've looked at most of these a couple of times. Catch up on chat. Top 3 paint schemes. 40 young buck. Top 3 paint schemes. Top 3 paint schemes. This is actually a solid question. And I'm going to go factory paint. Okay. The midnight purple. Fuck. The skyline, the R34 color. Midnight purple, midnight purple rain, it's midnight something. Yeah, that one. The chameleon looking one. Big fan of the Mazda red. That like I on anything but a Mazda. I don't know if that fucking counts, right? But that like 15 stage Mazda red that's like $1,000 a quart or whatever the fuck, that like that. And the third would have to be, I don't know. I'm gonna have to grind on that one. Thursday. Marcus, what's up, dog? Primer, patina, and fresh metal. Yeah, okay. So I saw this TikTok today. Weird. And they were doing a Hellcat Challenger. Hellcat. They were doing a Hellcat. It was bare metal. Sorry, I'm just cracking my breath mint in your ear holes. Bare metal, and then they took flap disc on like a 4.5 inch or whatever, and they just really lightly gouged patterns all the way down in the bare metal. And then they did essentially like a red candy coat on the front, and then kind of drop coated it and blended it into like black in the back. Dude, it was the coolest shit. That would be close to my number 3. But I don't have proof. You got to be on my algorithm, dog. You know. Midnight Purple. Yeah, I thought it was Midnight Purple. Yeah. Mistachrome, Avalanche Gray, and Baltic Blue. Ooh. I do like the grays. So make sure you like, subscribe. We have a car that's been converted, and it's been painted. It's almost done being painted. And it is the Kia Gray. I don't remember if that's the Avalanche Gray or not, but it's it's on like the new Tellurides and stuff like that. And it's all satin black. Everything chrome is all blacked out, and everything else is that Kia Gray. Dude, we're going to do a video on it. It looks so fucking cool. Not going to lie. Black Cherry Mica. Yeah, that color is expensive as shit. I was talking to the guy that is actually painting that Mustang about the Mazda repairs. That paint is super spendy, and it's like a 5-stage or some shit. And the sparkle, the fleck is actually, I think it's actually in the clear coat or something like that. It's wild, man. Colors are crazy. It's amazing how much they can charge for them. Okay, this convertible has been sold, or has been for sale for a while now. Going through this one, I think it's a 289 car. Really, really well done, super clean. Now, convertibles are going for closer to 35 to 40 grand, depending on accessories and what it's powered by, etc. So, I mean, this is within the price range of a convertible. Interior is a change. It's got a center console. That's pretty dope. 38.9. The market's weird right now. What I want you guys to do, let me know on your thoughts about the market right now. The car market. It's in my opinion, my eyes right now, it's slow, and it's like weirdly slow. I'm waiting for a shoe to drop, kind of. This could be an issue right here. Now, I haven't seen this. We're playing a little detective work now. Like the top looks pretty much brand new, but if there's rust in there, at 38 grand, this thing has to be like, I don't need a honeydew list with this car if I'm paying 38 grand for it. We're close to the right price. It's just, I don't really know if convertibles are selling much right now. Mach could be the issue. I don't really know. This thing's badass, but super expensive. 65 coupe. It is badass though. Super well built. So for coupes, especially 65, 66, they rank they're worth a little bit less than the 67, 68 coupes. This thing is, 302. I mean, I don't know. When it comes to classic cars, I think that there's a fine line between paying for the classicness of the car and the actual horsepower you get out of it. So, for example, I can go buy a more powerful vehicle paying for horsepower, essentially. With these cars, especially if you have like the stock power plant, there are more efficient versions, like generations upon generations of newer versions of these motors that are more efficient and are faster and They have more horsepower, more torque, etc. But like it's a hard line to draw of, okay, am I paying my money for the classicness of the car? Or am I paying money for the horsepower of the car? In this case, like, first off, we're over the price and we only have a 302, right? I'd expect $35,000 coupe to have something bigger than a 50, like a Coyote Tete or something. Even though Coyote's 50, you guys understand what I'm saying. I don't love the price. I think it's a great build, beautiful car. A price too high. Yes. Let's catch up on chat. Do you like the extra flake in your paint or a matte finish paint? Satin. I'm right in the middle. So you got matte, which is super, super flat. Satin, I do like satin. If I'm doing a gloss on something, I like to offset it with a satin. If you just do a matte, I've never been able to pull off a matte black paint job that looked good and didn't look super dirty or shitty right off the bat. I'm also not a great painter. Let's throw that out there right now. Like, I did an engine bay the other day in a single stage, and I did okay. But I'm not a painter by any means. But matte it's like really hard to keep clean, and it's hard to do. I don't know. I think I don't know. I like satin a little bit better. If you're doing a flat like orange or a flat blue or some shit like that, then yeah. But as far as black, I like satin a little bit more. Satiny like my silky smooth voice. Dude, all of these 65 and 66s for sale. 54 grand. And that's not even a real GT. That's a clone. 35 grand. Is this one a... No, this is a vinyl top car. Pony interior. Yeah. Automatic. Repop stereo. It's probably like Bluetooth and stuff. Vinyl top, but it's likely been redone. But again, 35 grand for a 66 coupe. Dude, the market's wild. The only 67 or 68 on here is this finished California special for 62. That's nuts, man. All right, we're going to transfer over to Facebook. If you guys are enjoying the content, like, subscribe, do all the algorithm stuff. Let's see here. We're going to take a look at what do we take a look at? Classic Fastback Mustangs for sale. This is one of the ones on Facebook. It's not like there's quite a few. So like to take a look at some of these sometimes. It's just like a really thin market right now, which is kind of crazy. Chris, what's up, dog? How's it going? Seems like the market has slowed. I've marked some cars around me, and they haven't moved since maybe October. Yeah, dude. I have a Jeep that it's one of like 5 total listed, like super local, and I listed it for like fairly decent pricing, like 14 grand. It's only got 75,000 miles on it. It's a Grand Cherokee with bunch of shit done, obviously, because I do stuff to my cars. But like, I haven't gotten one bite on it. There's been 2 dealers that have called me on it, but I haven't gotten one bite on that fucking thing in like 2 weeks. Anywho, let's take a look at this 65 Ford Mustang Coupe. That is a fastback. It's 2+2 fastback. I spoke with the second and third owners of the car's history, myself being the fourth owner. Originally 289 engine and drivetrain, 8,235 miles. 4-speed auto on the floor. Okay. Original interior, tropical turquoise zero color. It's been repainted. Oh, 80 grand, mama. Okay. Let's see. 65, 66 fastbacks sell for a little bit less than 7 and 8 because 5 and 6 didn't have a movie car made about them, basically. It's pretty much what it comes out to. I really like 65 and 66 fastbacks. I think they're cool as shit. Let's take a look. White interior, bold choice. Don't buy this if you're a mechanic. Trust me. Thank you for your service. Fold down seat. Let's see. Motor original 289. Not a power or AC car, which sucks. Looks good though. 80 grand seems a little steep, especially for a 289 auto with like no options. The car looks clean, and it does look like it was sitting in an old man's garage for the last 30 years, in all fairness. Covered, well taken care of, started every other Sunday. That's what this car looks like. So it's probably solid as shit. All original. But the issue with these cars, and I think that it's got the bump in price because of the mileage, like super, super low mileage, which is awesome. The problem comes in actually verifying that mileage. So you have to actually have records. I hope that I'm looking at the sound to make sure the Raptor lining isn't too loud. I think it's fine. I don't think you guys can hear that too much. So yeah, verify, like, if you have all of the service records, then yeah, there's a chance that this car only has 8,000 miles on it, but it's kind of hard. It's still really expensive, man, for a Fastback. A red Fastback, that's weird, right? 289 4-speed, 55K. Not a bad deal. Let's take a look at the pictures here. Ooh, I like that. I like the original exhaust. Fancy dancies. They said fuck it and painted the shackles and the bushings too. that's car sale red or some shit like that. What is that called? Dealership red. They just paint over everything. Like, this needs to be painted red. I don't give a shit what else it lands on. I dig it though. Oh, yeah. Love the glass. How much is this? It's a really clean car. 55K? Not a bad deal, man. Not a bad deal. I'm going to give him the like. You know what? Fluff that. I'm going to give him the heart. Heart out to you, Frank Catzo. Let's see. You did amazing. You're going to paint my pace car engine bay, right? Stop sucking up, Drifty. You already got the gig. Jesus. Yeah, I'll paint your engine bay, man. You got to make eye contact when we cuddle, though. Resell red. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And that's what I appreciate about you, Chris. Harry. This dude has a Mustang farm. He sells a shit ton of Mustangs. Let's see. And normally his pricing is like, the dude knows what he's doing. So there's sometimes you can tell he's trying to make a little money. Obviously, that's his job. But most of the time he has pretty fucking fair pricing. Let's take a look. Sorry. 1967 Fastback Project 4-cell, fairly complete C-Code 289 2-valve with a 3-speed manual. Factory Brittany Blue has all Fastback-specific interior panels and rear glass. That's a big deal. Needs full restoration along with common rust repairs. Sold with a Georgia title. VIN is located on inner apron and door tag 19.5. Okay. Okay, needs new fenders. Fuck. Needs a lot of metal work. Here's the thing, though. And I like, this is why I put this show together, kids. Because if I didn't know Jack Diddley squat about Mustangs, I'd be like, there's no fluffing way in hell I would ever pay 19 grand for this. The hard part is, this is what people pay for actual Fastback rollers. You know, it's got a lot of donor stuff on it. A lot of this is super common. Like, this car is rusted as shit. It's fixable at 19 grand. Like, I did a video years ago because we bought a back in the yesteryears, back in the before times, with he who shall not be named, the old business partner. We bought a $19,000 Fastback. I think it was 19. I did a whole ass video about, hey, this is the realistic price of a This is what you get for 19 grand as a real fastback. You get something you got to throw another 80 grand into, which sucks. This one, the fenders are not a big deal. The door, that sucks because repop doors also suck. It's going to need a rocker, obvi. This quarter panel is not inspiring me much. Turn signal hood, that's dope. I mean, it comes with a fold-down seat. It comes with the glass, the interior panels. That's pretty cool. That's an asshole. Well, okay. Here's my concern. Rotting out along here on the quarter panel is not necessarily a big deal. Because when you replace, like, you would have to do a full quarter panel on this, but it runs up to here anyway, right? But my concern is right there because that is inner structure. So that dent right there, something fell on it, did what it did. I don't know, man. I don't love this one. Normally, I think he's real fair on pricing. This one could be a good deal if you were doing the work yourself. But, man, when it's on a fastback and there's a big-ass dent right there, the floors are probably gone. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. Decent price, though. This thing I think we've looked at before. No AC. The fuck cares? Those are just pictures. Let's see. Catching up. Resale red. I don't get how Harry just constantly finds old Mustangs. Dude, it's kind of like the thing that I have going on. He just... excuse me. I've only ever chatted with him over, like, Facebook Messenger. But I think it's kind of a situation where he just had, like, a farm of Mustangs. And because he started selling the Mustangs on the farm and parting them out and shit, he built a network of people that also wanted to buy or sell Mustangs and then started flipping Mustangs on the side. So I think it's kind of like how, you know, I have a lot of people that send me, well, I used to, not as many anymore because there's less listings. But I have people send me listings a lot of times. It's the same thing, you know. He's got a shit ton of them. He flips a shit ton of Mustangs. Like I said, normally the pricing is right on. That one is just, I hate buying cars with that type of structural damage, knowing that you got to put another 60 to 80 into that car. Nah, I mean. Legends Ward Digon. What's up, man? How's it going? The most I would pay is 13, 14, maybe 16. For this one, yeah. I mean, I think you're getting a good deal. It's a C code, 289, manual car, which is awesome. That's good for numbers. Yeah, I definitely like this car a shitload more at 15, 16. You're correct. I don't think this guy's actually selling this car. If you don't do this, when you park your car, you don't have the right car. This thing's gorgeous. I don't think it's actually for sale. I think you just put up pictures to... We don't buy race cars. Look at those wheels. Look at those wheels. Dude, are those TSWs? Those might be the Nürburgrings, which I always wanted to throw on one of these fucking cars. I don't think this car is actually for sale. Hoosiers. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna not click on that. Okay, let's take a look at this 70 Mach 1. 70 Mach 1s. Okay, a little bit different here. Looks like this has some work done to it. Asking 90. Let's see what the Mach 1s are going for. Right, meow. Right, meow. I don't know, dude. What I said? What year did I say it was? Fuck, 1970. 77 grand. That's over the course of the last year, but again, I don't have historic data anymore. God damn it, classic.com. I have emailed these people multiple times, reached out to whoever is in charge of their thingy on LinkedIn, and been like, yo, just give me free access to this mother fluffer. Gosh. I'm sorry. I'm being whiny. Okay, 70 Mach 1. They're going for like 70, 80 grand. No, they're going for, 70, 80 grand. That's fair. For Mach 1, okay? As 500 plus 408 stroker with a 4R70W with a US shift standalone controller, March serpentine pulleys, aluminum radiator with smile fans, never overheats. Well, I mean, good. I would hope that would be just kind of assumed. Know what I mean? Race car? No. I'm buying 2 this weekend. Yeah, you are. 90s Mustangs. Still counts. Still counts as race car. Well, okay, but here's the thing. Are they, let's get back to this conversation. Are they race car now, or are they going to be race car? Because if they're going to be race car, but they haven't been race car, then you're not buying race cars. You're just buying cars to race. Cha-ching. Hit that like button. I strung that together perfect. It makes 100% sense. Lone Star, what's up, dog? What's cooking? Good looking? I don't know if you are good looking, but, I'm going to assume you are good looking. Okay. 3-link, all optioned upgrades, yada, yada, yada. It's got a lot of shit done to it. Hashtag Pro Touring, which does not count as race car. Counts as Pro Touring. So it's got Mustang 2. Nice Willwoods. That kit looks a little weird. They did the patch, not the full panels. 3-inch exhaust. Bola exhaust. Ooh. Yeah, buddy. That 3-link is pretty. Ooh, I like that better, though. 90 grand. Digital gauges. Sniper. Fuck. I mean, this looks like a really well done, comprehensive build. You probably wouldn't have to worry about anything buying this car. You're what, 12 grand over, 13 grand over average, but again, you do have some of these Pro Touring ones. Let's see if a picture will pop. Like Pro Touring ones. Oh, that's a Cobra Jet. That's not. A lot of these Pro Touring ones will sell for well into the 6 figures. Trying to find one. And of course, when I'm trying to find one, I can't find one. Like that. 105. It's Super Cobra Jet. God damn it. Just trust me. Trust me. It might be worth it. I think you're pretty close to home on the pricing on that one. It looks dope. It's pretty. Ricky, what's up, dog? I'm doing well, man. How are you doing this fine fluffin' day? It's a good car. I don't blame you, but I've seen an SN95 with a 4.6 run a high 6. That's fucking wild. Major non-running project needing complete restoration. True fastback, not a conversion, with a clean title. What? I don't know why it doesn't. New right-hand door, which means it probably doesn't fit. How much do you want? $10,000. Okay, this might not be a bad deal. Might not be a bad deal. This could be a good deal. I don't see any issue. Where you really need to start showing concern on especially on fastbacks, is if there's rust in here in the filler panel, which there doesn't seem to be, but like we saw that other example of that $19,000 fastback for sale in Georgia. Like when it starts getting into that filler panel area, there's inner structure right there. It becomes a lot more difficult to replace. It doesn't look like this has any issue there, nor does it look like cleaning off my monitor to see if those are spray can strokes or if my monitor is just dirty. My shit's so dirty in here, man. It's just covered in dust always. This looks primered, so probably a little bit of body work. Just kidding. Spoke too soon, kids. Right here, totally normal rust spot. Not a giant deal to replace, honestly. Even if it goes into the rocker, just be aware of that. issue with this is you would have to kind of like, you're doing a lot of exploratory stuff with this car, but for 10 grand, 10 grand is not a bad deal. Battery tray or engine panel battery tray looks fucked as normal, as is tradition. Rest of the engine bay looks decent. Fair to middle. And 10 grand, this might be a good deal. Ooh, better pictures. My dude. Thanks for putting in better. Common rust point around here. This all looks like surface. This looks like more than surface. So this side, you can do a square patch right here. Not a big deal. But I would highly recommend on a car like this, you getting all this shit sandblasted because it might need a full drop down. It looks like it's already had a drop down patch actually right here. That's not a seam from factory. Yeah, this has had repair work done, and then they just never primed it. They only primed what they could reach. that's what happened here. They did a drop down patch and some other jiggery pokery, and they never repainted it. Yeah, same thing here. Floor pan. I mean, 10 grand though. That's a decent price. I give it to him. Where's that at? Covina, California. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Doing good, thanks. Good, man. I'm clogging up the chat, Hunter. Do it, man. I don't care. Helps the algorithm. Do things. But if you want to go fast, cheaply as possible, the Fox with an LS. Preach. Or something else with an LS that I really want to crowdfund and buy right now that's on Marketplace that I keep talking about that everyone's probably really tired of me talking about. I'm new about a couple of weeks. Been combing your videos. Got a question. I looked first, but where did Chris go? From Retired Garage. Chris is... So I've owned the company exclusively just by myself for about 3 years now. Chris is no longer with the company. Don't start businesses with friends. Let's see. I want to stay cheap. Stay 302 LS motors are all right, but upgrade to 302. You say upgrade? Upgrade. I thought you meant upgrade to a 302. I was like, no, dog. LS is not a downgrade from a 302. Just kidding. Keep up just fine. If you have big balls, 632 big block. Oh, my God. That'd be crazy. Turbo small block. Preach. That's the way I'd go, Drifty. Turbo small block. Rear frame rail is susceptible to rotting out there, too. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's why I say, like, the best thing to do... Oh, I clicked out of it. It's my bad, kids. Best thing to do here. How are you, by the way? Check out Alf's Mustang Garage. If you guys don't subscribe to his channel, you really should. Dude's a fluffing stud. That's what I was saying. When we get to the back on... yeah, it was this one. We get to the back on this car. It rusts out bad. This would need to be sandblasted. That way you need to... Like, you'll get a good idea. Because the issue... I mean... Alex brings up a really solid point. So more on this drop down. If it has a hole in it now, it's had a hole in it for a little while longer. That means that water could have gotten in there, sits in the frame rail, and just rots the whole damn thing out. So, solid point. I like that color. Yeah. Rule number 1 is always more than you think. Preach. You see rust, it goes 3 layers deeper than that. Guys, if you're enjoying the content, like, subscribe, do all the algorithm stuff. We do have a new shirt out that now also comes in a fox body style. I did that for Drifty. I want to be all-inclusive here with my Mustang merch, so I did a fox body one. It's got a little LostSocketGarage out there. Never easy, but it's worth it. And it helps support the shop. And it goes towards buying a 73 Mercury Capri that I really want to buy. It's only $975. See, I'm on it again. Please read full description before contacting me. Solid project to build the way you want. Recently media blasted. See, right? That's the way to go here. Top to bottom, inside and out. True factory VIN. C-code. Originally manual transmission V8 car. I have a desirable 4-speed top loader and a 302 I will include at full price. Nice solid body with really no rust except the lower firewall seam in the right-hand trunk floor. Again, we're the right-hand trunk floor. 22 grand. Fuck. Clean title. Located in Las Vegas. Possible delivery. Car will come with junk roller wheels. 22 grand? Bare Taiwan body shell is shown. Last picture. I'll call you 19. Oh, yeah. He's talking about the Dynacorn body. That will cost you 19. Well, 19 to 21. They reached out to me. I could buy it straight from them for like 17 grand. Problem is, I got to fill up a cargo boat thingy, shipping container. I know words. I have to fill up a shipping container. Ship it over here for 5 grand. This looks dope, though. Yes, metalwork could have been done. I really do not see many issue here. All this looks very acceptable. Very weird little patch right here. It is fine. There's fuckery afoot up here. Now, it looks like you need to chisel it out. I hate how often people back in the day use stuff, and not even that far back in the day, not so long ago, continue to use stuff that you have to chisel out. You know? Like, who knows what this is? This could be Bondo. This could be fiberglass. It could be diamond plating, which we found more of on the Zeppelin, which is named the Zeppelin because half of the rocker was made out of lead. See where I'm going with this, kids? That's concerning. He did say there was rust there. Ooh, fold down seat, interior panels. Like it, love it. Everything's just been primered. It's really hard to tell. Drop downs might need work. Again, hard to tell. Yeah. Okay. So this is what happened. Well, he did say it in the description, but he had it blasted. This is not a big deal, okay? As long as it doesn't go down in here, but I don't see any like bubbling. What you would have to do is peel back this drop down piece to get a better idea. And what in the country fried fuck happened here? What is it? Literally looks like a monkey put its hand in seam seal and just went like this. All over the drop down. It's like the automotive equivalent of a baby wiping poop everywhere. I swear to Jesus. Let's see. Love these classics, but my first will be the one I grew up with. S197, 11 to 14, the 50 years. 4.6 late. Let's start. A little rust. Yeah, a swidge. Now, if I could, we'll go for 64 to 7. Wear a hazmat suit when you restore a Mustang. Bro, you don't even know. Home slice.
I just hope I don't live to see the consequences of the things that I inhale out of these cars.
Got a little rip right here. It's pretty calm. I don't know why these rip. I've seen so many rips in like... Maybe it catches on something, but in a floor pan, like these plugs are for your access holes to bolt in your chairs, your seats, and they rip. I don't know if they like nothing else on the car like rips away except these. I do not know. Okay, sketchy shit going on here. Yeah, you would need a floor to firewall patch, which you can get from CJ Pony Parts. Link is in the description of the video. If you use our affiliate code, it does help out the shop. But no, they really are the only ones that I've found that sell the floor to firewall patch, because technically from factory, that's one piece. So your firewall comes down like this, comes down like that, and the floor overlays it. Well, when this gets rusted, because people get in the goddamn car with wet shoes, water gets trapped in here, this rusts out, so you have to do kind of a two-piece thing there. Turns into a two-piece. But yes, this would need to be fixed. 22, okay, we're getting a little bit more of a story. So what happened is there was the kid that wiped the seam seal all over in back, and then someone up front spilled seam seal and then stomped on it with their foot. It looks like they were wearing Vans when they did this, and they just smeared it all over. That's what my automotive Sherlock Holmes brain tells me. The fuck, Batman. Okay, this all looks nice. Ooh, shiny. 20 grand? I honestly, I don't think it's a bad price. I really don't. I think that's a pretty decent price. 22 grand. Yeah, it's going to need painted, like minor rust work, but you know it's already been blasted, so you're not, like, you're going to be able to see very plainly what the problems are. You know, you're 15, 20 grand into a paint job, that puts you at 40. You spend another 10 grand getting it running. You have a fastback for 50 grand. They're worth, 55, 60. So it's a solid deal. Doesn't come with the rims, though. All right, let's jump over to just Marketplace. Why is Dolly up there? That's weird. Let's take a look at this one. Finally. A 67, 68. We've seen this one a couple times before. Again, the market's just slow as shit. Like, there's no turnover with the market. Would be cool to see a Ford Probe with a 5.0 Coyote. You want a Coyote, a Probe? You want a Probe Coyote? Meep, meep. Meep. Oh, my God. Can you imagine if you guys have watched any of the videos before, and I assume you've watched at least a little bit, you know that I like my cutaways. And the cutaways that I would do for a Probe, let alone a Coyote swapped Probe, oh my God, that would be ridiculous. This is in Farmington, New Mexico. She's been sitting, but drop in a fresh battery and she gets right up. Okay, so another 302, C4 automatic, transmission, solid, smooth, blah, 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 blah. Okay, this one, solid donor, $8,500. Again, we really, for like running and driving, we want to be in that 10 to 13 range. So you're saving money if you make the drive to Farmington, New Mexico, wherever the shit that is. Solid deal, I think. I mean, as long as it's not completely rotted out. So if you're going to drive to Farmington, New Mexico, you're probably not close to it. So make sure the dude sends some pictures of all of the spots on the body that you know rust, because you learned it here on LostSocketGarage. Mustang shopping. Come on, you got to appreciate the taste of the 60s. Let's see. Australia has Coyote Ford Focus race cars. Yeah, that's not surprising. They used they had the Barra motor over there, didn't they? Coffee with a layer of, smells like Raptor lining. I think Derry already Raptor lined. What do I want to look at? I want to look at this one. 65 coupe. It's an Accord rebuilt 302 V8 Ethelbrock and a bunch of other shit. How much is this selling for? 17.5. Fuck. Okay, this is a good example. All of my, and it's probably just because, again, I'm not a great painter. All of my matte black paint jobs end up looking like this, and I can never get them, like, clean. Again, it's probably me, because when I've done matte black, like flat black paint jobs before, I wasn't really like a painter. I was like, rattle canning and stuff. I don't know. It's just like, it's hard to make it look, see, looks dirty. And you have to leave it, because if you clear coat it so that it gets less dirty, then it's shiny, and then you're at a satin. See? The Roadrunner stands no chance against the Probe Coyote. Oh my God. Hit the heart button because of that one, kids. That's a good one. Give me some likes. Center console, again, probably, let's see. New interior. Oh shit. I like this one a lot more. I thought this one was messed up. One-piece headliner. Is that a one? Yeah, that's a one-piece headliner. This looks clean as shit, kids. Have I seen this one before? It's in Clovis. Lot of things in Clovis. Or no, I was thinking it somewhere else. Covina. Covina is where we were earlier. I hate this. This thing bugs me. It's a vent. It's a vent block-off plate so that you don't get water into your cowl. Granted, the cowl was a horrible design. You're going to get me on a damn soapbox with that 444 Make-A-Wish. The cowl, like in 65, 66, the drainage holes were not sufficient. And so water would just pour into your cowl and would not exit the vehicle. I hated the design of these cowls. So to fight that, yeah, they do these plexiglass little things, but I think they look stupid. Again, personal preference. I could be wrong. Like I'm not. But I could be. 17.5. This is a solid fluffing deal, man. Does need a paint job. See? I'd leave it as is. Dude, yeah, I would leave it as is. Maybe clear coat it. I don't even know. But with everything else done at 17.5, all of this shit, I kind of like that deal. I think that's a solid car. I want to look at this color. That's a great color. Too bad we only get one picture. One photo, kids? Come on, in Polson, Montana. The amount of information in this ad. 1965 Ford Mustang Coupe, driven 99,000 miles, apparently. Beautiful car, 289 automatic, runs good, good tires. That's it. Come on, man. 18.5, again, 65, 66, not terribly popular years when it comes to coupes, but decent price. It's like, put more photos up, you know, especially with a classic car, because there's more that can go wrong. Resell red. Let's see here. 67. Front valance is messed up. How much is this? 12 grand. 12 grand. We're in the price range of running, driving, and let me cut it in half, turn it into a fastback. Okay, that's kind of what we're going for here. New seals, looks like new water pump. It's been gone through. New carburetor. Restoration project, 289, gone through. Runs great. New starter flywheel and motor mounts. Cool. So this has been gone through. Stance is wonky. This could be just paint issues, but there's probably some rust behind here, honestly. I don't know, maybe. It could be just paint. That doesn't matter, though. So if you're buying it for 12 grand, you're going to send it to me. I'm going to cut it in half, turn it into a fastback for 16, and you're going to have a fastback that needs a paint job for $28,000. Well, and it needs like glass and some interior pieces, etc. Gosh. But that's what we're talking about as far as why it makes sense. You can't use any of the rear stuff. You could use the seats. Not that you would want to. You need to reupholster them. And yeah, the underside. Oh yeah, I do remember this car. Surface rust, no biggie. Decent deal at 12 grand. Yeah. Clean title. Yeah, not a bad deal if you're close to Lakeside, Arizona. Listen, Arizona. Mustangs look better in dark blue. Prove me wrong. Mustangs look better in dark blue. Prove me wrong. Prove me. Okay, this light blue. That's better than dark blue. There was a red one on here a while back that I was going to flash. Ooh, R34. Only 60 grand. That's not fucking turboed. Okay, back to up her for a second. Want to look at a good one? This is our favorite vape guy owned Mustang at 11.5. I think it's a decent deal. It's kind of fucked up looking, but it's a little ghetto. Wait, I do want to click on this one because I want to potentially use this as a teaching moment. You know? Oh, I thought it was in. I thought this photo was it staging at a drag track because I saw like the wet on the ground. I don't know. It looked like it was staging. Someone's going to be like, oh, we don't buy race cars. 347. Hey, we got one of those. 4-speed manual, Cobra T4 transmission, AC blow, super cold, power steering, Edelbrock GT40 intake, Holly carb, new motor mounts, master cylinder, pulley, and there's a lot of stuff on here, but it hurts to talk like Kermit the Frog for this long. It needs TLC. What does he want for this car? Oh, yeah, the badging. I remember really like this car because of the badging. I love the 347 badging on it. 20 grand? That's a deal I'll take all day. Except for the interior. I hate the seats. I'm sorry. Frank, what's up, dog? How we doing? So when you convert a car, why can't you use the rear seats? So you can. You can. But it looks... Let me give you a good example. Give me like a solid back window photo. I'm going to show you. I'm trying to find a specific angle. Okay. It's the best I can do. So, okay. We can do it here. So your rear seat right here, this is the seat divider, essentially. Okay. Now a fastback one is different because it sits different, essentially. But your seat ends right here. A fastback glass is like clear up here, and it comes down at a slant all the way back here. So when it changes this angle, if you have your coupe seat in, when you look through this back window, your seat looks like it's really fucking far up, and it looks janky. Now, there are things that you could do. You can build out panels. This is one of the ways that you can save money on a coupe to fastback conversion is by essentially reusing that same seat divider, so that you save money on not having to buy the seat divider. You use the other inner structure from the coupe, and you slice it and do all that stuff. We don't use that method, but long story short, I haven't seen it pulled off well where you keep the coupe seat, just because there's this massive backspace. But technically, yes, it can be done. See the full now. Oh, thanks for playing mod, Dare Bear. I think you're working on Opals. That's awesome, man. Mine are still on my desk. My daughter was pumped. I got to find something to put it on for her. Okay, let's get into our picks. Ooh. Let's get into our picks of the week. This is not my pick of the week. I just saw this, and there's something about just fucked up that's all, folks. Fucked up Fox bodies that calls out to me. It's only $18,000 fucking dollars. Kiss my white ass. There is no goddamn way I would pay $18,500 for a Fox body that looks like it was in a remake of Thelma and Louise. All right, let's get into the picks of the week. If you enjoy the content, like, subscribe, do all the algorithm stuff, click yes on the old notification stuff. And if you want to support the shop a little bit further, we got a couple of new t-shirts out, older style or Fox body that I would not pay $18,000 for. And crowd pleaser, all the cool ones. Consider buying some merch. Now let's get into the picks of the week. First one's the shop pick of the week. I don't remember what it is. I don't remember what it is. Ha! Yes, again, Papa's bringing back a Torino. 68 Fastback Torino. Big block car. Looks pretty. Look how pretty it looks. It looks very pretty. $7,000. That's all. It's going to need some work. It's going to need a little TLC. It's going to need a little extra metal, and a few other places, right? Look at this. Great engine bay. $7,000. And so 5 out of 7 cars that come through Lost Socket Garage at one point or another are actually steered via this clamp. I feel this, dude. I've driven far and long with a clamp as a steering wheel. Many, many moons have passed since I first... Okay, seriously, $7,000 and the thing looks dope. I'm just saying, and it comes... Oh, no, it doesn't come with an engine. Okay, that hurts my argument just a smidge, Tato Chip, but still, dope car, $7,000. Y'all are missing the boat. I'm just saying. Insert instead of the seat. Let's see, that's insane. No shit, man. Are you going to show the boss Ford at 29 with the extra motor for sale? No, I thought it already sold. I thought it sold because I tried to click on the listing and it didn't work. All right, Derry's pick of the week. Derry's pick of the week. Ow! Okay, Derry, okay. The first thing that I immediately notice is where the picture is taken. And this is what I appreciate about creative photography. This person knows how to sell a 1960 Chevy Apache carryall. Put it in a fucking graveyard. Like, this looks like it would be pulling out of a graveyard that was in like a scary movie, like Jeepers Creepers or something. How are you now?
Good, and you?
Not so bad.
I've learned a valuable lesson.
To get the Raptor lining off. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know if you guys can see.
Raptor liner sticks to skin. You're gonna have to take a break clean bath.
I already gave myself eczema doing that once, so.
Don't be a bitch. I don't know.
I'll grab some, 300
Yeah, no, that would help. Derry has Raptor lining on him.
I do.
Coffin Cruiser, yeah, dude. It's a shovel. Okay, let's look through. I dig it. I super dig it.
I love how it just looks like copper. Like even the wheels, like different stages of copper.
I absolutely would not change a fucking thing about the way this looks. No. That's like when you go to Home Depot and you find a primer that's like 13 shades close enough.
You look at the lid and it's like, that looks right, and then you spray it and it's a completely different color.
It's a completely different color. Right, the dude just took a piece of painted rust off of this and walked into Lowe's with it, or Home Depot. Great photography. Love it.
The cemetery pictures too.
Just so good. And a bullet hole.
I think the only thing I would do is probably some better seats.
Nah, dog. Keep it flannel. Keep it flying with flannel. This thing's dope. This Suburban has had a lot of work done to it mechanically and runs and drives fresh 350 V8. It has a new clutch, battery, radiator, hoses, fan, oil filter, air cleaner, brand new professionally installed exhaust system, which is very quiet. Thank God, because if it was very loud, the whole thing would fall the fuck
so
apart.
In other words, we're going to have to cut off the exhaust.
That's what I do to all my other shit anyway. Oh. I like it. You know, there was a dent here. They tried to fix the dent.
Somebody unfixed it and was like, adds character.
It does add character.
It's a long fucking shifter.
Yeah, I get that a lot. On that note, like, subscribe, support the shop, buy a shirt. I hope y'all... I mean, I can't not end the show right there. You know what I mean? I love y'all. Do what you love. Don't be a dick. And as always, never be tamed. Peace. Okay, now we're going after hours.
I didn't look at a single picture on this. I saw this picture and I was like, yep.
I like how the So look how the bumpers are like perfectly painted
Yeah. And the wheels?
on the wheels. I like it.
Those were definitely an afterthought.
Oh my God,
But I
what were
bet
you
happened
searching?
I wonder was somebody trying to the Chevy Apache.
Oh, okay.
Actually, didn't see your pick and it's gone.
It was a Trino.
Oh, I did hear that. That's right.
$7,000, dude, and I think they look. Okay, I'm gonna get in trouble. Over here. Hey, y'all. All right, buddy, have fun.
Yeah. Bye.
54 Chevy. $1,800. Again, I would not change a fucking old thing about the way this car looks. I would just want to make it pop wheelies. That's really all I want. Ew. Except like, really cool song comes on and you're like tapping your foot to the beat and then bam, right through the floorboard, straight onto the highway. Bam. That's some what is that? That's some Final Destination shit right there. driving an old car. Beat comes on, and you're tapping your foot, and then bam, right through the rust. Fucking die. It's intense. We always have to click on the smart car. I got this in a Burger King toy thing last week. Swear to God. All right. How is this thing still for sale? We don't buy race cars. It hasn't been raced yet. All right. I'm getting the Fraggle Rock out of here, kids.